Now, hello, and welcome back to the Division 2. Now, this, this will kind of be a rant, kind of won't be a rant, but, fuck. Okay, let's just get into it. I'm pretty sure enough has been said about, lack of content and replayability and builds and all that. And, yeah, hopefully, with the new gear rework, builds will become more viable, we'll have different ways to play, shit like that. I know they've said, yeah, a gear score will get increased and we will have quote unquote replayable content to come with the next update, which I assume would be title update 8, or I guess 7, because episode 3 isn't coming with a title update, I think, or maybe it is. I'm not sure. It's a 7 or 8, whatever the update is after episode 3, or major update, I guess. My problem is what that replayable content is or what it could be. Now, Now I know some people on the Reddit who are still there who love the game and think the game is perfect. Uh, we'll say that just let Massive do what they do and we'll be fine. We'll judge it when it comes out. I would not agree with that because a lot of stuff with what we have trusted Massive with, which what we have trusted Massive with, has been hasn't been great. Uh, we thought they learned from Division One with them saying they learned from Division One and this game was made with the end game in mind first. That clearly wasn't true, or maybe it was, but they didn't have the right ideas. Um, I remember when this game came out, leveling up was great, uh, but when you hit level 30, it kind of went back a bit and died down, and everyone's like, okay, we need stuff to do. And then they're like, hey, World Tier 5's coming, that's gonna be it, that's gonna be the shit. And then World Tier 5 came out, and it was cool. It was cool for like the first week, the second week, but after like 2-3 months, we're like, all right, man, we'd like something else. And yeah, they had the two story missions, and nothing really happened in the two story missions. They're cool settings to go through. All the missions have cool settings, cool areas and stuff, but mechanically, nothing really happens. Story wise, nothing really happens. Yeah, you kill the leader of the outcasts, and the president gets away again. So, yeah, nothing really happens. The DARPA labs, like nothing really happens there, really. Um, it's just not that we didn't have anything, and we trusted them to deliver on year one. They didn't. We trusted them to deliver on Kenley College. They didn't. The loot game would be better than Division One at the end game. It wasn't. Replayable modes, they're not here. Hunters, they're not here. Rogue agent, they're not here. Dark zones are worse. PvP's worse. Like, how can we still be trusting them and just hey, we'll show you later. We'll show you later. We show episode 3 is supposed to come out in February. It's January 30th. We still don't have a date, an exact date. If they want to say it's a surprise, then hey, tell us, hey man, it's gonna be a surprise. When it's gonna drop, it's gonna drop. Right now they're saying, hey man, we just don't have a date for it yet. We'll let you know. I said, come on, man, we're in February pretty much. We still don't have a date for this. For two story missions, fuck. Whatever. And I think people are getting a little overhyped with this story. I know they said this episode 3 more will happen in the story, and I believe them, but man, I mean, like, I don't believe it'll be that much. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the end of that story trailer where you see Keener walking away, or I assume that's Keener, like, I wouldn't be surprised if you finish the second mission and you don't even see Keener, and that's like part of the end cutscene that plays after the second mission. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if that, instead of that end cutscene being like 10 seconds, it's like 30 seconds long. We don't even get much information. Like, it wouldn't surprise me at all. It would not surprise me. But I'm sure the settings will be cool. The areas will be nice, and we're supposed to be getting a little mini hub. I don't know how that's gonna work, but hopefully it's like West Side Pier, although I highly doubt it. Because they haven't been saying, "Hey, man, you're gonna get your replayable content with episode 3." Like, no, they just said it's 2 story missions. So, and the classified missions, which are side missions. So, whatever, you'll blow through this in like an hour or two. And the gear reworking ain't coming out at the same time. So, shit. And so, like, I don't know why we're just trusting them to do this shit and just allowing them to just be like, "Hey, man, yeah, just tell us whenever." Like, if they had told us 3 months before Kenley College came out what Kenley College would be and how it would play out, we could have told them, "Hey, man, a lot of people, we're not going to be happy with that. That's not going to be fun." Like, why does Kenley College still even get removed for a week or two or whatever? This is stupid. Fuck. But I'm looking forward to the gear rework. I'm happy it's coming. It's about time. They said hunters are coming at a later date in a later update. What? They're in the game right now. You can fight a hunter right now. Why can't you just put them as a spawn in one of the missions, or like a level 5 checkpoint that spawns a hunter? What? Excuse me. What do you mean they have to come at a later up? Jesus. And then the clothing still don't fit right. They had to have better clothing, whatever. But like, apparel events come, and what do you do to get the apparel? You grind XP. What do you do to grind XP? The same shit we've been doing the whole time. Bosses don't have different mechanics. Enemies don't get buffs or debuffs or changes. Like, they have this one thing on Kenley College. This is modifier. Dead drop. Enemies drop grenades when killed. Why can't you apply that modifier to the missions, to checkpoints, to areas, to like whatever? What like when I want to replay mission, I go challenging. It says medium enemy damage increase, medium enemy armor increase, medium enemy veterancy increase, which means there's more veteran enemies, more purple enemies. Then you have the loot allocation, then you have your rewards. Why isn't dead drop included in that level? Or if I go on a Black Tusk mission, I go heroic. Scales for max group size, respawn restricted. Why don't you have dead drop in there? They said heroics are coming for all factions. Cool, that's nice, but it's heroic is just a health and damage increase. Like, it's nothing else. Like, what? Why is that a thing? Why can't we? Why can't we just fight enemies differently? Give them something. Movement speed increases, damage increase. Not just damage, but like the Outcast RC car guy. Why can't his car, maybe instead of just ramming into you, why doesn't it leave a trail of fire behind it? Or maybe it is faster. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it has an AoE thing. Maybe it drives up to you and is a moving EMP, which they have in the game. The EMP tower things that you have to shoot out. I don't understand. So, and this is my main point to get across, is even if the gear rework comes and it's great, and we have tanks and we have healers, we have tanks, we have crowd control, we have all this stuff, and we actually have different ways of doing damage, which it kind of seems like they're leaning into a bit. But I would like to see them get a little bit more crazy, like with traps and stuff, claymores, maybe get a tad bit science fiction-y. Like where I can like shoot someone with like a harpoon type thing and electrify the wire or something to him, so I'm always electrifying him or some shit. It doesn't have to be like, sci-fi Destiny type shit, but it's Ghost Recon. I mean, it's Tom Clancy. You can get a little crazy, like stuff from Ghost Recon or something, and it's a post-apocalypse. Like, we just went through the Pentagon. Why? Like, what the fuck? So we should get some crazy shit. They have the Chameleon coming, which, you know, has a CPU fan on the mag and a cool sight and stuff. You could get a little weird and crazy with weapons and how we play. The flamethrower's coming, which is cool. That's nice. About time. But we kind of knew about that for a good while. Also, this is just me. This is just an idea. The fact that we carry 2 primary weapons and a special, and a sidearm and our specialization weapon. I find myself, since I have 2 primaries, I never use my sidearm. Like, a specialization, you know, fills up in only certain circumstances and stuff. I'm not always using my specialization weapon. And I kind of feel like we should more so be using primary, secondary, and specialization weapon. So I don't know if we should really always be carrying 2 primaries, but I don't. That's just me. That's just a thought. Like, I was thinking maybe the specialization weapon should be separate from the skill tree, and replace your second primary. But I don't know. That's because I don't know. But maybe that would be too restrictive, I guess. But that's just me. And also, I don't know why we can't have machine pistols. Like, they have the Uzi and whatnot, but I feel like you could have machine automatic sidearms. But yeah, that's just a thought. Maybe that's a bad thought, but it's just a thought. And yeah, I don't have a good build going because who gives a shit? There's no point until the gear rework comes out. And yeah, apart from gear and stuff, and you know, the build variety, we need more ways to play, and replayable content to them so far, since they've said they don't want to bring out survival and underground again, and they gave us Kenny College, which is not fun, and no one asked them for elimination in PvP, but there it is. Should we really just trust them to just not give us any idea what they're doing and then just go do it?
Detected.
Put all this work into it,
Guarded by hostiles.
and then when we realize it's not what we wanted, they just leave it? Because Kenny College hasn't changed since it came out. It's gotten little tweaks or whatever, like bug fixes and stuff, but it hasn't changed. And that's my problem. If they had told us before and we could give them feedback long before, it'd be okay. Or just put it out now and let's test it out now. But then a lot of people say, "Oh, well, it'd be broken." Oh shit! They released PTSs, and even with all the feedback from the PTS, they still put out the update, and the update's still broken in so many different ways. So, like, what does it fucking matter? I would like we need a patrol activity. We need a patrol activity where more than 4 people, like I would say at least like 12, 16,
Russians nearby.
could be running around the map, you know, all randoms, helping each other out, doing events, you know, shit like that. Just like in Destiny. We need that. We need that. And you could use the whole Light Zone map for that. The Dark Zones are too small. Like, the Dark Zones are never going to be great because they're too small. They're just a troll's paradise. Like, God, man, it's like Twinks in Dark Souls. Like, the only people who go there and like it are trolls. No one else thinks it's fun. Nothing even really happens there. No contamination events or nothing. Like, it's boring. I don't feel tense going in there. I don't feel like I can lone wolf it. I feel like if I'm going in there, it's just a really big PvP map for me to get ganked on, or for me to go in there and try and gank people. It's just a troll's paradise. So the Dark Zones pretty much suck. And the Light Zone, like, checkpoints are cool and all, but they've gotten old. They've gotten stale. Nothing changes. the black tusk drones that are cool when they go around. Like, those are cool things. They're not even used. You clear the invasion and the drones never show up again until the next week, until reset. That's not. It's not fun. You could use the drones to even be like a mini boss or something. Why not have a match made mode where we're at the base operations and we can all match make and into a mode where the whole map is like Survival from Division 1, but it's just free roam and it's patrol and events are happening and it's kind of quote unquote endless. So you can constantly just keep doing events and grind stuff out, grind XP, get gear, whatever. That'd be cool. Like, you have this whole map and it's not. You even have a lot of stuff going on the map and it's not really being used. You just kind of interact with it by yourself or with your little group of 3 other people. And because nothing changes, like, this control point's always going to be the same. It might have a different faction, but other than that, it's usually the exact same pretty much every fucking time. And that's because enemy mechanics aren't really existent. The best enemies, the best encounters are in the raid. And I don't think any of the mechanics in the raid are used anywhere in the game. Anywhere else in the game. Not in missions, not in checkpoints, nothing. And so we need bosses, we need enemies that provide proper mechanics for you to engage with. Like that, maybe on a heroic difficulty, a certain enemy does a lot of DPS, so we kind of need a tank to go up and take his line of fire or whatever, and basically take his aggro while someone else disables him and then someone else DPSs him. That might be more raid-like, but as long as you let people play through it and try it and figure it out on themselves, they'll eventually learn. There are some people who are just straight up stupid, but for the most part, people will hopefully eventually learn or pick it up. And that's the problem with the Discovery version of the raid, is that you play through it and you don't necessarily properly learn the mechanics of the raid. So you're not really prepared for the raid. And they don't teach you those mechanics anywhere else in the fucking game. So learning the raid is a hard experience. It's an annoying experience, especially when you have to get 8 people together and it has no matchmaking. So they took sort of steps in the right direction and sort of not. Discovery mode is nice, but it needs to be better implemented in terms of, all the mechanics need to be there and kind of in the way that they are in the regular version of the raid. Man, like, bring back incursions. That's a nice middle ground. PvP needs a PvEVP mode. I know that's supposed to be Dark Zone, but the way the Dark Zones are in this game, unless they can fix them in some way, make them bigger, give them an underground thing where, like, you have an underground light zone that connects to Dark Zones that Dark Zone people can run through and fuck around in. Maybe that would work. Or you make each Dark Zone, bigger in each direction. But I don't see how they can really, like, they can't make this one bigger, because, like, how would they, right? And like, I don't know. I don't know what they can do. I mean, they could do a lot of things, but I don't know what they're capable of doing. So, and they'll never tell us. We don't know. They can't even tell us. Like, the guy was reluctant to tell us hunters are coming later. That's not even information that should be withheld, or should be argued that it could be withheld. Like, what? Hunters should already be in the game. They are in the game. The AI is in the game. They're in the game. You can fight them. What the fuck? I can spawn a hunter wherever the fuck he spawns and let him just roll down the street all the way to a safe house if need be. Like, maybe they despawn, but they can move pretty far. And they fight everyone else, and they're strong. Like, why aren't they in the game now? Anyways, man, sorry for the huge rant about content and stuff, but my issue isn't just, hey, is content coming or not? It'll probably come, but I don't know if they've learned. Evidence has proven that they haven't learned. From Division 1, from all the feedback we've been giving them from things we want, they haven't really learned. We're now getting a gear rework a year later, pretty much, that'll finally make the game playable and actually kind of RPG-ish. Finally, after a year.
Rations nearby.
This is where I'm going to get real pissed off. You want to tell the season pass people that they have to go buy another season pass just to get a replayable, actual decent game mode? Oh fuck, good luck. Good luck selling that shit. And I don't even go on the Reddit anymore because it's like, I don't know, I feel like everyone who had problems with the game and still had faith in the game or whatever, still had hope, you know, tuned into state of the games, only get disappointed and shit. I feel like they all left the Reddit now, so now the Reddit only has like straight up fanboys who would be like, oh man, I have 1,500 hours into Division 2. It has so much to do. I have 6 builds and it's insane and there's so much to do and I have so much fun, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you on about? Like, what? How do you have 6 builds when even the dev said, man, there's only like 2 builds really? Because you can have a build that's literally ace and everything, so you have a jack of all trades, master of everything build. So how do you have 6 builds? How you put 1,400 hours into this game? I can see why. I can see how, because the RNG's trash. It's just straight up trash. RNG sucks in this game. Even though you get a lot of loot, inventory management is a pain in the ass, so I could see half that 1,400 hours being just in your fucking inventory. PvP is straight up bad. There's not as much variety. It's worse. It has pretty much the same problems from D1. Dark Zones are worse than D1, straight up, in almost every sense of the word. I mean, every way you look at it, Dark Zones are worse. So you put 1,400 hours into this game, running worse PvP, worse Dark Zones, the same fucking missions with no variety to them, no global events, no nothing, no hunters, no rogue agents, no nothing, and running and clearing checkpoints. 1,400 hours. People will say, oh yeah, greatest game, way better than Destiny, way better than Warframe, Path to Exile, Monster Hunter. Jesus, I don't understand. I don't understand. That's all you see on this Reddit now. What's the most upvoted thing on the Reddit? Fucking cosplay. Fucking screenshot. Cool and all, but like in a live service game that's supposed to be regularly updated and supposed to be one of the most deepest RPG looter shooter type things. Kind of pathetic that the most upvoted thing pretty much every fucking week is a cosplay or a screenshot. It's not a build. It's not a new way to kill a boss. It's not a like it's all it ever is. It's nothing.
Hostiles.
Reddit's pretty much dead anyways. Twitch viewership has gone down drastically. No one's watching anyone play this fucking game because why? Dark Zone is a troll's paradise. You get more things upvoted from Division 1 than Division 2 in this game. Like, things need to be done, and you go on Reddit and everyone's just saying, oh, I love running story missions. The game's great as is. Just let the devs tell us when they want to. And like, none of that shit has worked for the past fucking year. Jesus Christ. Fuck. I know there's people gonna say, oh, it's just a video game. Yeah, I know it's just a video game. And I'm getting pissed off not at the game, at like just at the lost potential. Like, the game has so much potential. Look at this, the fog. The fog in this game is great. The weather is beautiful in this game. And it's not even fucking used to its full potential. Like, they want to say, like, people want to say, oh, how would survival work in this game? You're looking at survival right now. You're looking at survival right here, right now. Shit, you can throw in a sandstorm instead of the rain? Green poison or some shit? Tell me this wouldn't make a good survival setting? Whatever. All you'd have to do, clear the map out, slap in enemies, slap in 24 agents or whatever, 32 agents, the whole map, constantly raining, constantly foggy, nighttime, survive the whole night until morning. You had it in Division 1. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Roaming hunters, rogue agents, AI rogue agents. Like you had it. Yeah, it's all. It was all here, and it's not now. I don't get it. And then you got the fanboys on Reddit just fucking defending this game to the end because it's the only game they fucking play. And I don't know, man. If you're one of these people who's put in 1,000+ hours into this game, and you're still putting in bare hours, and you're happy as fuck running the same missions exactly the same over and over and over again with the same fucking build, good on you. Good for you. Majority of people ain't like that. And clearly, that's fact because majority of people ain't playing this fucking game anymore, even though it could be a great game. But, you know, whatever. Well, yeah. God, I hate the Reddit now. It's so fucking... You have some people that say, "Oh, all I see is toxicity on the Reddit." Well, what else are you gonna see? What's the other side of that conversation is the other people, all they see is fucking cosplays and people dick sucking massive. Jesus. Like, I don't know how you could play this game and honestly say, yeah, the end game is great. It's replayable. It's fun. If it wasn't for the graphics, the weather, and just the general setting and art of the world, who would be playing this game? Not for PvP, not for the dark zones, not for the build variety, although hopefully that gets fixed, but man, well, how would survival work? So you're looking at survival right here, right now. Right here, right now, you're looking at survival. Whatever. Fuck do I know. Christ. Whatever. Yay, 2 more story missions. Wonderful. Instead of nothing happening, now a little bit will happen. We're not going to kill Aaron Keener. He's the main fucking story. We're not going to kill him or do anything. And not like the last boss fights or anything that fucking special. So let's get so hyped up for 2 story missions. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to it, but it's we've been getting story missions, man, and they ain't great. So forgive me for being a little pessimistic about 2 more fucking story missions. Oh fuck. Anyways, sorry for the giant ass rant and me getting pissed off. Cause fuck. But the game has a lot of potential. It's just not being realized. I thought it would be when the game first came out. I was so happy. I was so looking forward to it. I saw so much potential, and here we are a year later, and none of it has been realized. A year later, we still don't have one fucking mode except for Kenley College, which no one plays because it's boring. We have nothing to show for a whole year, except 2 skill reworks, 2 or 3 gear reworks now, and a weapon balance pass, which was fine. Some named items and like what 2-3 more exotics with for a total now of what 5, 6. Whatever.
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by
I'm just sad, man. I love this game, but I also hate this game and how long it's taken just to fucking do simple things. How are we getting hunters later on when they're in the game right now? Someone explain that to me in the comments or something, please. Anyways, sorry for the long ass video. Take care.